Hello, my friends. I hope we're having a wonderful day today. So, I felt called to get out my tarot deck and just do a general reading. I've been waiting to do some pick a cards, but I'm not sure what subjects I want to do. So, maybe if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But this is just a general, so it may resonate with you, it may not. Some of the messages may resonate, others may not. It's just whatever you feel guided to, take that with you. One good way to know if a message resonates, because some people get confused like that, you'll feel it in your heart. It'll fit your situation. You won't have to force it. So I'm going to pull a couple cards. The first deck I'm going to use is called the Sacred Circle Tarot. It's a Celtic deck. So it's very similar to a regular tarot deck. It's just some of the words are changed around and the images are Celtic. So without further ado, I will pull 3 cards. Give me 3 cards that the people watching this video will resonate with. 3 cards that the people watching this video will resonate with. Alright. So, first we have the 5 of Swords. Let me show that to you. It is the card of defeat. Swords is a mental energy. It's the element of air. So, and 5 is a card of changes. So maybe you're going through some changes right now. You're feeling defeated because of the changes you're going through. But usually with 5s and usually with this card, we're feeling defeated, but it's always for our own good. Maybe we're forced into a period of rest that we wouldn't have normally taken if we weren't forced to do it. But let me take a look at that card just to get 100% the message. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it's just a card of accepting your limits. Maybe you're having an argument with somebody and you really want to reconcile, but they don't, and you have to accept that. Or maybe you know somebody is not healthy to keep in your life, and you have to accept that they're not willing to change. Maybe you want to switch careers, but right now is not the perfect time to do that, or moving. Basically, it's something that you want to do. It's a change you want to make, but there's like a roadblock there. So with this card, it's just about accepting your limitations, accepting this time in your life where you can't move forward. Because we also have the Rebirth card. So this is all these changes that the Defeat card are placing inside of you, and it's making you brand new. Basically, it's you're being reborn. There's a 2 and a 0 there, 20 cycles completing. You're finding balance, you're finding harmony, you're finding peace. It's a brand new day, basically. So this pause that you're taking, take time to reflect, take time to get to know yourself, because we also have the Sun. And the Sun is all about positivity. It's all about your manifestations coming in. It's about a fertile time. So this is all leading to something positive. Maybe that's just it. You're waiting for manifestations coming in, and they're not coming in as fast as you want them to. I know all about that. And it can be very frustrating. And I'm also seeing a lot of yellow, so that's solar plexus energy. Solar plexus is all about learning to be patient, learning to take back your power, learning to be confident in where you're at in life right now. So maybe take some time to do some chakra healing along the lines of the solar plexus. It's also a very masculine energy, so if you're someone that's used to getting things done, it could be a very frustrating time to just take a pause. But that's exactly what we need sometimes, especially if we're so used to being busy and going. So let me pull a couple more clarifiers. So this deck that I'm using is called the Permission to Be Powerful deck. It was given to me at a retreat I went to. It was created by Melanie from Powerful Transformations. I'm not sure that she's selling these decks at this time, but I will put a link to her page so you can at least see her readings and check her out. So let's pull a couple cards. I'm going to do one clarifier for each of these cards. One clarifier. Healthy boundaries. Okay. Intuition and discernment. So, for the card of defeat, the Five of Swords, we have healthy boundaries. So, this is kind of one of those things that I was talking about earlier. If you're dealing with people, or you're that type of person that is used to having all these things going, doing, and now you're taking time to pause. Or with the person, if you're having issues with the person and you're trying to grow and they're not, and you have to let them go, and it's kind of a frustrating situation because you can't force them to change. All you could do is sit back and wait for them. Well, don't wait for them, but just wait for somebody that is willing to treat you how you deserve to be treated. So, but basically, this time of pause, this time that you're so frustrated about, this feeling of your manifestation not coming in, it's teaching you healthy boundaries and limits. So, with people, you're learning how to create boundaries with people. You're learning how to say no. You're learning how to take back your power. You're learning how to have equal energy friendships when it comes to your workplace. You're learning how to not take on extra hours, not taking on extra workload, learning how to divide up the work, learning how to rest so you don't overexert yourself. Basically, all those things that come into us taking care of ourselves. So for healthy boundaries and limits, if you're not sure how to set boundaries, I would definitely do research on that because it's very important, especially when we're learning how to let go of toxic situations. Because when we're first putting up boundaries, it could feel like we're being jerks. It could feel wrong. It could feel like we're bad people. And sometimes when we're not sure how to set healthy boundaries and we start to try to, we could do so sometimes in a negative way. So this is about setting healthy boundaries, not completely cutting people off, but like telling them, hey, I love you, I accept you, but right now I need to love and accept myself more. It's not completely quitting your job or using your sick days or things of that nature. It's doing less so that you could do more, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what this pause is about. It's about you learning how to take care of yourself. Rebirth. Under the Rebirth card, we have desire and romance. So maybe this is a romantic relationship that is starting anew again because you learned how to set those healthy boundaries. Maybe it's somebody new coming in because you've let go of people that can't accept your boundaries. Or this could be desire and romance for yourself, dating yourself, figuring out what your desires are, what do you like about those people that you're so attached to? Focus on what you like about them so you could track more of what you like. And then since you've learned how to put the boundaries up, if people show up with things you don't like, you know how to put that block up, or at least, give them a little bit of space. But yeah, so this doesn't have to be centered around a romantic relationship at all. It's about seeing yourself in the light that you want the people you're interested in to see you. It's about giving yourself the love that other people have not been able to give to you. Whether that's romance, whether that's your family relationships, whether that's your coworkers, because there's all different kinds of love, and you need to learn how to give yourself all of those different kinds of love. Yeah, so that's desire and romance. And then under the sun, we have intuition and discernment. So with this is basically saying that this time of pause that you're taking and this time of transforming yourself, it's going to lead you to being able to, when your manifestations come in, you're going to be able to discern what's good and what's bad. You're getting to know yourself so that you know what is best for you. You don't have to feel as lost. When all of your manifestations start coming in, you don't have to be worried, because you've taken this time to work on your intuition. You've taken this time to get to know yourself. And because sometimes when we start getting everything that we've wanted, it can be scary. It's like, okay, so what's the catch? And this is basically saying to trust whatever's coming in, because you're putting in the work. You're taking time to seek out what your higher self wants, and that's what's best for you. So let me pull. So this is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot deck. It's Mystic Moon created it, and she is selling these as well as some other decks that are very beautiful. So I will put a link to her channel if you would like to check these out. So any of you that know what the Twin Flame Journey is about, obviously some of us are focused on our twin, but what the Twin Flame Journey means to me is all about yourself and the transformation you go through when you step onto this journey. So that's what these cards are for. It's not intended to be for a romantic reading. Romance ourselves. Okay. Fumbled that one. One more shuffle for good measure. Okay, so I didn't intend for this to be a romantic reading, but looks like Spirit's throwing some romance in there. We have the Ace of Cups, romantic initiation or love initiation. But regardless of the romantic aspects of this, I still want to focus you guys on finding romance inside yourself, finding love inside yourself, filling your own cup, not waiting for other people to fill it for you. The Chariot, charging ahead, was under the defeat card and the healthy boundaries. So I feel like you're in this pause and you're wanting to charge ahead. Just wait for the green light, and you'll know when the green light is because you'll feel it. I just say that because this one had the stop lights on it. Figure out what you really want first. Get a plan going. I always like to tell people, fill into your heart, make the decision from there, and then plan on the decision from your logic. Make the steps to that decision once you figured out everything that you want. once you've figured out who you are and what you like, what you don't like. This is also number 7, and it's about spiritual lessons. So this time of pause, you're learning all your spiritual lessons, and once you learn the spiritual lessons, which could be really difficult, it's like you're unstoppable after that. Everything just kind of starts flowing in. Under desire and romance and rebirth, we have the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing. So that could be somebody to you, or it could be you. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very motherly. She's very nurturing. She has a pure heart, pure love. Sometimes she could sacrifice her wants based on the needs of others. I want to read a little bit more on the Queen of Pentacles. Different book, but same idea. Okay, Queen of Pentacles is also about the physical body, so going back to romancing yourself, romancing your physical body is included in that. You don't need anybody for that. This is actually the description for this card in this different book. It's talking about somebody that knows how to please themselves, knows what they want. So that could be in the form of sex, that could be in other material forms. Maybe you know how to get your own bag. I got it, I want it. You get it, you want it. You want it, you get it. I'm not sure, but this is basically this is the queen. This is somebody that knows what she wants. She doesn't wait for somebody to try and give it to her. She gives it to herself. And she attracts people that want to give her more things, if that makes sense. Okay, yeah. That's basically, it's somebody that's independent. She can be very nurturing, can be very loving. She's the mother, but she doesn't need anybody. So I feel like that's whoever's watching this video. That's you. That's the energy you either exude or you should be bringing more of into. Because I have desire and romance, rebirth. So the more love we give to ourselves, the more love we attract. And again, that doesn't have to be romantic love. It's just the general idea of love. But we shouldn't be giving our love to ourselves on the basis that it'll attract more love, because that defeats the purpose. This is about you deciding that you don't have anyone to answer to. This is about you deciding that you don't need to chase after anybody. This is about taking yourself on dates, filling yourself up, getting your own money, chasing after your own career goals, just being who you want to be, and not letting anybody else get in the way of that. So that is all I have for this reading. I will be putting links for that. This is my first kind of internet reading, so I'm sorry if I stumbled through some of those. Actually, wait, before I close out, I like to end readings with my angel cards because they give a little bit of a positive message. So these are what your angels are saying to you. This is the last bit of message, advice, positive things coming into your life. Let's see here. Harmony, spiritual growth, and romance. See, I had every intention not to make this reading about romance, and Spirit was like, psych, we're going to do it anyway. But I still hold true about the message of self-love. That is very important. So anyway, harmony, that's balancing your masculine and feminine tendencies. It's about meditating, finding peace within your emotions, finding peace within yourself. Spiritual growth, it's basically taking this time of pause to listen to Spirit, answer whatever questions you have within your higher self, and then romance. So again, romance yourself. You don't need anybody, I promise you. I've been single for a real long time. We don't need nobody. But the more we love ourselves, the less closed off we'll be when it does get here. So maybe romance is coming your way. But until then, love yourself. Be yourself. Don't care what nobody says. That's basically the idea of this reading, is self-love, balancing masculine and feminine, being true to who you are. I don't know how many times I could repeat the message. So yeah, that's the end of the reading. If you like this, share it. If it resonated with you, let me know. If it didn't resonate with you, I apologize. Maybe next time. And if you have any ideas for pick-a-card readings that you would like to see, I'd be happy to hear those. So that's it for now. Have a beautiful day.